Cyberpunk 2077 and Halo Infinite have some interesting similarities in their careers post-launch.
Double, triple, overkill, killtrocity.
When Johnny Silverhand suffered immediately after debut, Infinite's Master Chief thrived for a while after his, but at a certain point, their reputations dramatically switched.
We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human.
With both games having their own roadmaps and TV shows, these two seem to have shared paths, but ultimately took different directions in an age of post-launch support. In this episode of 3K Sesh, we'll see how both 343 and CDPR handled their ostracized audiences, with CDPR surprisingly earning some lost respect and getting a second wind. I'm Grimm Hollywood, 3,000-year-old immortal actor. How you doing? And this is my roadmap for this video. And I promise to deliver on these promises. So follow the channel, give it a thumbs up, and let's sesh. I could do ramen. See, Lucy. By now, we all know of the horrific launch of Cyberpunk with bugs and glitches and beyond lackluster performance. Jackie, I don't know what's going on in this city, man. People's faces look weird, and don't even get me started on the children, man. These things are freaking demonic looking. And why can't we use flying cars? Like, wait, I see them all the time. Are we not? Is there something? What's going on, Jackie? It left many of us gamers heartbroken, frustrated, and by George, a little PO'd. Cut to 1 year later with the release date pulled up ahead of schedule. We got the multiplayer part of Halo Infinite. With the horrors of an undercooked Night City still fresh in our minds, the idea of Halo releasing early, especially in the wake of Cyberpunk, gave us the impression that the devs were confident with their product. Watch the road! See, unlike CDPR, 343 actually announced beforehand their missing features such as co-op campaign and Forge, stating that they felt they just weren't ready to release on launch. This upfront honesty was kind of refreshing at the time, and we gave them the benefit of the doubt, feeling that these features would be added right around the corner, and that their support for the game would be interactive with the community throughout. And for a very short time after Infinite released, we felt that this could be the comeback of the old days of Halo. They found me dead and burned by Night City. Jackie, Johnny. They took me in and trained me as one of their own. A Spartan. You're telling me I got my own Cortana?
No, I'm Courtney.
Oh. I remember playing the multiplayer when it released, and it was fun, man. It had its problems, and we all thought it would be patched, things would be fixed or added soon. But eventually Spartans drifted away from Infinite because it didn't feel like anything was really being added or changed besides new shop items. And despite missing co-op, its campaign was still well received. It felt good hanging with the Chief again. You go first. We don't have parachutes, Chief. Hey, Chief, I'm having fun, but you got any word on more ranked modes?
No.
Oh, geez, that doesn't look good. Hey, Courtney, where's the Griff Ball?
What's Griff Ball?
Wait, sorry, I didn't hear that. Please come in again.
What is Griff Ball?
Okay, I heard that. This desync hit, Diffie. Hey, Courtney, where's the other ranked modes?
One mode is plenty. Stop crying, please.
We want Slayer.
What is Slayer?
After Spartans were left in the dark for months with no real support or plan from 343 on numerous issues such as desync, new maps, a progression system, more ranked modes, and all this other missing content, this 6-month season was arduous, and it felt as if we were floating through space. Would we have to wait the whole 6 months of the first season to hear when 343 would release the rest of the game? Whereas CDPR's post-launch support began immediately, with refunds granted a week later and their roadmap debuting a month after that in a video apologizing about the whole debacle. Sure, it was no magic fix by no means, but these actions felt like they at least gave a damn, while 343's lack of was the first crack in the Halo ring. Fantastic. Of course, CDPR's situation was more dire at release with bugs and unplayable performance, While Infinite ran comparatively smooth, it was polished and looked nice and played well, so it wasn't dead on arrival like Cyberpunk. But as Arasaka once said, I have found that people lie, most often deceiving themselves. Not so the dead. The dead are so very, very loud. And while dead, Cyberpunk spoke. Bugs were patched. Some content was released, work was being done, and CDPR's news outlet along with Night City Wire felt engaging and active. While it wasn't enough just yet to resurrect 2077 from the graveyard, a few fatal blows not only to Infinite but the whole Halo franchise was about to see these two titles cross paths.
Armed.
It's absolutely incredible how the Netflix cyberpunk anime Edgerunners ushered in 1 million active players back to the game. The same obviously can't be said for the Halo TV show, an insulting and truly squandered opportunity. Cinema is magic, baby. I would know. I'm an actor. I mean, look at the first 2 Fast and Furious films and how they spawned an entire wave of legendary street racing games and made their experiences better. This is exactly what happened with Edgerunners. It only invited us back to Night City to be inspired and imaginative within its world once again. While the Edgerunners update gave us some more content, the added features weren't enough to do it alone. It was all thanks to David Martinez. With John 117 added to the graveyard, Biggs asked the question, if Halo's show was quality, would us Spartans have stuck around a bit longer? That said, 343's gravity hammer was still about to shatter our dreams.
That pun sucked.
I know, Courtney. I know. Hey, Claire, I'll have another Jackie. Well, you know what? I'll have a John 117. I think it's made with some Monster Energy and a little bit of salt and some... Actually, I can't remember the ingredients. Do you guys remember the ingredients for the John 117 drink? Beyond the second embarrassing roadmap from 343, along with the brutally long wait for Forge and co-op campaign, split screen, getting the axe was the final nail in the coffin. I mean, it was the whole reason I bought the copy of it for a friend. Do I get a refund, 343?
No refund.
That's what I thought. So this was the final straw for many of us Spartans. And it's the reason I gotta say goodbye, Courtney.
No, please don't.
It's time to sleep, old girl.
What about the winter update?
No, I've had it. I'd rather have a relic than a ruse. While scarred with a past that few will forget, Cyberpunk's revival was upon us. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Never come back. CDPR's post-launch support, delivery of roadmap pledges, and the successful anime put life back into what was once dead. With bugs being fixed, people can enjoy this incredible story, and while there were missing features, it was nothing compared to Infinite's lack of content that once were staples of every Halo game. But perhaps the worst thing of all was 343's embarrassing lack of support. Why didn't they follow what CDPR had done before them? Had 343 their own Night City Wire, or a real apology, or any real sense of transparency post-launch like 2077 did, perhaps we'd have been more forgiving. But they left us Spartans in the dark, and while nowhere near Cyberpunk's buggy launch, I would have rather had 1 million glitches and bugs just to have had a full Halo experience. CDPR's ability to nurture its notorious reputation was surprising. And with 343 now at the height of its infamy, will Halo Infinite ever see a revival? I guess time will tell, but for now I've had to leave Courtney in the video game graveyard and move on. Love the game or hate it, you kinda gotta respect how CDPR handled their post-launch support and got this second wind. With Phantom Liberty DLC and Orion announced, I walked with Johnny out of that video game graveyard, down the highway, and into an uncertain future. Hey, come on, buddy. Hey, come on. Hey, come on, man. Why didn't we drive, Johnny?
Just get us to the afterlife.
In an age of post-launch support, I also look at the comments section as the real pulp and juice of the topic. I'm just an actor after all, what do I know? We're in this thing together, so I'm giving it to you, Grimm Gang. What do you think 343 could have done differently post-launch? Do you think Halo Infinite will have a revival? Or is it too little too late? And what's an immortal got to do to get a ride around here? Don't you have that Porsche, Johnny?
Uh-huh.
That's it for me, Grimm Gang. Be kind, be cool, keep a little Hollywood in your heart. And if you're heading into Night City, can you give old Grimbo a lift?
And here I thought I won the Darwin Award. I guess we have a new winner.
I don't know why I listened to you, Johnny.
You weren't even an itch in your daddy's ballsack.
Save it, Johnny.
Sad.
You want me to leave you in the graveyard too, Johnny? I will do that. I will do that.
Oh, you finally grew a pair? You know you don't gotta speak out loud to talk to me. Jesus, what am I doing here?